What if I told you that some of the most powerful machines ever built in America were almost never made? These aren't just cars, they're legends. They're the reason men skipped college, worked double shifts, and saved every single dollar just to park one in their driveway. Today, we're counting down the 10 American muscle cars that didn't just change the road, they changed history. Stick around till number 1, because that car still gives goosebumps to every gearhead alive. Welcome back to Drive Pro, where we cover the cars that actually matter. Before we get into the list, drop a comment right now. Which muscle car do you think deserves the number 1 spot? Let's see if you guessed right. Number 10, 1964 Pontiac GTO. Kicking off our list at number 10, the car that started it all. In 1964, Pontiac took a regular Tempest, shoved in a massive 389 cubic inch V8 engine, and the muscle car era was officially born. The GTO, nicknamed the GOAT, produced 325 horsepower straight from the factory. Back then, that was absolutely insane. But here's the wild part. GM's executives actually tried to cancel it. Engineers John DeLorean and Jim Wangers secretly pushed it through production anyway. Without their rebellion, none of the cars on this list would exist. Number 9, 1967 Shelby GT500. The car that made Carroll Shelby a legend. Take a Ford Mustang. Now add a 428 cubic inch Cobra Jet engine, pumping out 360 horsepower. Give it aggressive racing stripes, and name it after yourself. That's exactly what Carroll Shelby did, and the result became one of the most iconic Mustangs ever built. Eleanor, Bullet, Shelby. These names don't just belong to cars, they belong to American culture. Number 8, 1969 Dodge Charger RT. The car Hollywood couldn't stop filming. The 1969 Dodge Charger RT, with its 426 HEMI engine and 425 horsepower, wasn't just fast, it was dangerous fast. You've seen it in Bullet, you've seen it in the Dukes of Hazzard, and of course, the Fast and Furious franchise made it immortal. That sleek fastback design, designers say it was inspired by jet aircraft. And honestly, looking at it, we believe them. Number 7, 1970 Plymouth Barracuda HEMI. The rarest muscle car on this entire list. The 1970 Plymouth Barracuda with the 426 HEMI engine was so powerful, so extreme, that Plymouth only built 652 of them. Today, a clean one sells for over $3 million. $3 million for a car that originally cost $4,000. If your grandfather owned one and sold it, we're sorry. Number 6, 1969 Camaro ZL1. A car so expensive when it launched, barely anyone bought it. The 1969 Camaro ZL1 had an all-aluminum 460 cubic inch engine. Technology so advanced, it was originally designed for Can-Am racing cars. It cost $4,160 just for the engine upgrade, almost doubling the car's price. Chevy only sold 69 of them. 0 to 60 in under 6 seconds in 1969. That's faster than most modern sports cars of today. Number 5, 1971 Dodge Challenger RT 426 HEMI. The 1971 Dodge Challenger RT with the 426 HEMI is widely considered the last true muscle car before government emissions regulations killed the era. 425 horsepower, a body wider than most roads in Europe, and a sound that made neighbors call the police. Not because it was illegal, but because they thought something had exploded. After 1971, nothing was ever quite the same. Number 4, 1967 Chevrolet Corvette L88. Chevy's best-kept secret. The 1967 Corvette L88 was officially rated at 430 horsepower, but insiders knew the truth. it was actually making 560 plus horsepower. Why did Chevy lie? Because insurance companies would have refused to cover it. Only 20 were made. Today, they're worth over $3.5 million. Chevy literally hid how fast this car was, and it still became one of the greatest American sports cars in history. Number 3. 1969 Ford Mustang Boss 429. For one reason only: to win NASCAR. The rules required Ford to sell the engine to the public first, so they did. They literally stuffed a NASCAR racing engine into a street Mustang. The result? A car so wide they had to modify the entire front suspension just to fit the engine in. Pure American muscle. Pure American madness. Number 2. 1970 Chevrolet Chevelle SS 454 LS6. And this one hurts to not put it number 1. The 1970 Chevelle SS 454 LS6 produced 450 horsepower and 500 pound-feet of torque straight from the showroom floor. Muscle car historians called this the greatest factory muscle car engine ever built. Quarter mile in 13.8 seconds. In 1970, with a car you could drive to the grocery store. The LS6 didn't just dominate drag strips, it dominated an entire decade. And the number 1 American muscle car that changed history forever, the 1969 Dodge Charger Daytona. This is the car that broke 200 miles per hour on a NASCAR superspeedway, the first production-based car in history to do so. Dodge gave it an 18-inch aerodynamic nose cone and a 23-inch rear wing, taller than the roofline, just to cut through the air at superhuman speeds. NASCAR eventually banned it. That's how dominant it was. Only 503 street versions were made. Today, a pristine Daytona sells for over $900,000. No other car in American history combined racing technology, outrageous design, and sheer speed quite like the Charger Daytona. It didn't just change history, it made history. So there you have it. The 10 American muscle cars that changed history forever. Did your favorite make the list? Drop it in the comments below. I want to know which one you would drive. If you're a real gearhead, smash that subscribe button, because next week we're covering the top 5 muscle cars you can still buy brand new in 2026. You do not want to miss that one. Until then, keep driving, keep dreaming, and we'll see you in the next one.